The music was loud. You could barely hear each other talk. The drinks were not good. But that didn't take away from the fact that he was he seemed like a good person. Well, before we got to this bar, we at the 504 golf place, and I'm really able to, like, he's getting out the car. Now I'm able to see his height, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it, because I feel like we the same.
No. At the beginning of the date, she determined that, though. Just think about it. She just went through this whole date already, made up her mind, yeah, nah, I ain't feeling this. But let's continue with the date, though. Like, that's some bullshit.
Damn.
Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
All right, so my date is outside. We've been talking on the phone. I've not met him yet in person. I've seen pictures, but we've never FaceTimed. All right, so I want...
But think about it, though. FaceTime is still relatively new. When did FaceTime first come around? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. When did FaceTime become a thing? FaceTime was introduced by Apple June 7, 2010 during the announcement of the iPhone 4. Alright, so what the hell was people doing before June 7th, 2010? Bruh, want no FaceTime. They talked on the phone, bro. Or they talked. I don't know, man.
Give a background on the date that I had on Friday. On TikTok, I received a message from a guy. He told me Happy Teachers Appreciation Week. Then he asked me if he could send me something the following week, just to show his appreciation for me being a teacher. And I'm like, sure, if that's what you wish. Sure enough, Monday, I received a beautiful bouquet of a dozen roses and some lilies. And I was just blown away because I found out that it was from him. This man went through my TikTok, was able to see where I worked at, went on the school's website, was able to find my name, sent the flowers to my job. I was totally surprised because I honestly had forgot that I was supposed to be receiving anything at all. So after that, he got my number and we had been communicating. He wasn't my typical type. I'm 5'4", I'm a thicker woman. I prefer a taller guy and a man, with some meat on his bones, who is active in the gym. I need to feel like you're able to pick me up. So obviously my type is not always working for me, so sometimes I'm willing to bend on some things. He told me his height was about 5'7". No, he told me his height was 5'8", 5'9". Now, honestly, I do not date guys this height, but I thought what he did was so sweet, I was willing to give him a chance. He's also, slim, and again, I was willing to give him a chance. Gave him a chance. So he came pick me up for the date. We went to New Orleans, we went to this golf place, and then we were supposed to be going to this bar that served lamb chops. Okay, cool. He picked me up. The first thing
don't even know the name of it, just know it served lamb chops.
He did not open my door. Come on now, court me. Chivalry still exists. Open my door. So he didn't open my door. He reached over and opened it, but I had to pull a handle.
Hey, bro, who house she at? Her grandma's house?
And get in the car myself. All right, cool. Whatever. I wasn't gonna...
Let's stop it right there because this video is rather lengthy, and I'm watching it right along with you guys right now as well. So you go on a date with a guy that you met on TikTok that sends you flowers. He finds out your information, which
yeah, and that's crazy too because luckily he didn't have bad intentions. You heard what she said. He found out where she worked, her schedule, all that, her class, whatever she said. He found out all this information through TikTok, which means she putting all her business out there. You know what I'm saying? She put all that business out. It just took a nigga that was invested enough to find all that out. And just glad he only had good intentions and not bad intentions.
I believe she talks about this in a follow-up clip about how he got her information to even send to her. But obviously she doesn't have a problem sending this guy her address to pick her up.
That
And I guess what's weird is how he even got the information to send her like the flowers and stuff. But some of y'all ladies be so thirsty a lot of times. Yeah, it's funny how so many women that don't even want to give you their number online. He got your address and everything and sending you flowers and whatnot. And you're going to go out you typically don't go out with this type of guy. You're 5'4", he's 5'9". This guy is 5 inches taller than you, right? But you need something much taller. I always say women, there's tons of dudes that's 6 foot. Go for it. And when I say tons of dudes, there are a lot of guys out there, regardless of us saying, well, JR, it's only like 9% of men are over 6 feet and all that stuff like that. There's a lot of dudes, a lot of you guys watching this video right now. I bet probably we can say 9% of the population, but I'm pretty sure it's tons of guys. I'm going to go ahead and scratch all this shit because I'm fucking this up. Who cares? He's 5 inches, 6 inches taller than you.
Yeah, no, but she want to wear heels though. 6-inch heels. You know what I'm saying? 6 is more than 5.
He's too slim. Like, y'all ladies be looking for the perfect package, and we have things that we look for in women, but we're willing to overlook all types of stuff. But let's get back to the video and let's see how this goes. Let's go.
It wasn't a red flag, but you know, I would prefer for a man to open my door. You know, I look at him, he had glasses on, so I couldn't see his eyes. He only has about 2 or 3 pictures on TikTok, so I really don't know what his face looks like. Like I said in the other video, we had never FaceTime.
Hey, bruh, apps like TikTok and Snapchat, for some reason, they just seem childish to me, bruh. At least as far as, like, dating. I was surprised to learn that people still be on Snapchat, bruh. But TikTok? Like if a grown woman come to you and tell you she met her date off TikTok, you be like, what? TikTok? You met a grown man off TikTok? All right, look, if you on there and you're a content creator and you making money off of it, or even if you're not making money, but you're a content creator and that's what you want to do, that's where your focus is, I ain't got no problem with that. But when they tell these stories, you met a grown man on TikTok, bro? Come on, man. I don't know, bro. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know.
All right. So I see him in the flesh, and I'm like, all right, he's really short, and he's really slim. And then he takes his glasses off, and I'm able to see his eyes. All right, cool. I see your face. He's not a bad-looking guy, but he's just not my preferred type. But I'm still open on a date. I'm still open to do this date with him.
I love this Louisiana accent, though. I'm loving that.
So the date was pretty good. It was a pretty good date. I enjoyed myself at 504 Golf. And then after that, instead of going to the original bar, we ended up going to another place, a hookah lounge. And we sat in the bar. The music was loud. You could barely hear each other talk. The drinks were not good. But that didn't take away from the fact that he was he seemed like a good person. Well, before we got to this bar, we at the 504 Golf place, and I'm really able to, like, he's getting out the car. Now I'm able to see his height, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it, because I feel like we the same.
No. At the beginning of the date, she determined that, though. Just think about it. She just went through this whole date already, made up her mind, yeah, nah, I ain't feeling this. But let's continue with the date, though. Like, that's some bullshit.
Height, you told me you 5'8", 5'9", but I have on these mules that are about 2 inches. So at this point, I'm 5'6", and I feel like we the same height. So you about 5'6", 5'7", and that's with shoes on. I just can't do short men, like I can't, and it's just not my preference. So all right, I feel like you lied about your height, not by much, but you still lied. An inch is that's a big difference. So back to this place, I'm starting to see that he's getting drunk, like intoxicated. You didn't have a Hennessy at the first spot, a double at that, and now you didn't have about 3 more Hennessy drinks.
I'm gonna stop it again. So ladies, I'm gonna say this: stop going out with guys that you don't like. I understand that the guys that you really aren't asking you out like that and you want them to, and you're bored a lot of times, so you just go out with guys, or you felt like just because a guy got you roses that you need to go out with him. Stop it. If you're not interested, stop it. And I've talked to a lot, when I go out on dates and I talk to women, I ask them usually, what's your worst dating story or whatever. And they normally tell me it's a guy's height. A guy gets out and he lies about it. And I don't know what it's like to be a shorter person. I'm 6'1", with shoes on. I'm like 6'2", 6'3", depending on the shoes I got on. So I don't know what that's like to be a shorter guy and have to deal with that. And normally those guys have nice cars. I got a nice car too, but normally those guys have, or they try to make up for it with a really nice car when they pick the woman up. This is what I'm hearing from the women. But y'all tripping on this type of thing with dudes. And again, 9%, whatever it is, this guy, if he's the same height as you with some heels on, he's still taller than you. Y'all just be looking for anything. And even if the guy is 6 foot or more, you'll still disqualify him based off some BS. So it's like I feel like these days, women just have too many choices. When they have too many choices, it warps the mind as far as the value of a human being or the value of a man, if you will. But yeah, he's getting wasted and stuff like that. That's a no-go, man. You don't get wasted on a date, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Aaron too hungry in this bitch.
Should couples have any secrets from each other, or should they know every single thing about each other?
Secrets are healthy.
Secrets are healthy?
I feel like sometimes telling too much causes unnecessary problems. I go by, if it doesn't affect us currently or in the future, I'd rather not know.
Yeah.
Something happened in your past that stays in the past, it's no point in me knowing.
Right.
Because you telling me it now puts me in the point of constant thinking. I'm an overthinker, so the minute you tell me something that I feel like I don't need to know, like, now I'm gonna reflect on that, because it's like, okay, why did you tell me this? Is it coming up? Like, is it gonna happen again? Like, what was the purpose of you telling me? So I feel like secrets are healthy to keep a solid relationship.
I'm watching him move a little slower, you know, his eyes are lower, he's slow blinking, and I'm like, are you gonna finish your drink? Because I'm ready to go at this point. And he was like, nah, I'm waiting on it to water down. I'm like, you probably don't even need that drink. And he asked me if I was ready to go, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go, I'm tired.
Damn.
So we get in the car, and we taking this long route home, right? We all the way in New Orleans, and we don't live in New Orleans. We live about an hour away. He driving. I'm scared because he not driving at his best. And he didn't hit.
And not only that, but it's dark. You an hour away from home. You don't know this dude for real, and he drunk. Come on, bro. She said she about to say he hit something.
I'm scared because he not driving at his best. And he didn't got into the emergency lane, and I'm hearing a do like 3 times. So that turned me off, right? Then when we pull up to the house for him to drop me off, once again, he did not get out the car to open my door. Okay, maybe you're drunk or whatever, you ready to go home, you tired as well, but still, you didn't open my door. You started this date off wrong, you ended it off really wrong. So when we talked the next day, which was yesterday, I told him how I felt, and he did not hold himself accountable. Instead, I was met with defense. I was not drunk. I ran off the road because I was on my phone. At the end of the day, I was not safe with you. I did not feel safe with you. How am I gonna be on a date with a man in public and you're intoxicated? What if some shit pops off? You are not gonna be able to defend yourself nor me. Then we in a car and you drunk driving, and your reasoning is because you're on your phone. If you cannot, first of all, you shouldn't be texting and driving. But if you texting and driving, or you on your phone and you driving, you should not be going into the other lane. If you are, put your damn phone down. So, you know, he was just defensive, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, all right, you're already not my actual type. I was trying to be open, but then I didn't feel safe with you in the end. I just stopped responding.
Hey,
If
you can't be mad at that, bro. You can't be mad at that. That's fair.
If you see this video, I don't think you're gonna see it because I'm actually about to block you. It's no hard feelings. We're just not compatible.
So I was thinking the same thing. If he followed you on TikTok, he had to have seen this, right? She's a pretty girl. Baby, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. I'm in Atlanta. We can get you on that 45-minute flight, whatever it is. You come out. I'll show you a good time. Open the door for you too, baby. But stop going out with dudes you don't like. Now, this dude, there was a bunch of red flags here. Like, all in all, especially him getting wasted. Him, and I think she said in the other video, which I'll play a video following up, this dude actually went through her TikTok to find out what school, I guess she's a school teacher, find out what school she worked at, looked her up on through the school website, and sent roses or flowers to the school or whatever. So he was really...
The teachers, the school administrator, nobody that worked in the school looked like this lady when I was in school, bruh. We never had nobody in the school that was this pretty. Dog. They was all old white ladies.
Trying hard. And she didn't see that as, which I guess she'll explain on this video, that it wasn't a red flag, which I thought was kind of strange. But dudes drinking, getting wasted, he's shorter than you thought. And I guess it's a lot of dudes lying or just leaving out their height altogether.
No.
You know what I mean?
The problem is she met him on TikTok.
But that's why...
Are there any real TikTok love stories out there where a man and a woman met on TikTok and they had a successful romantic relationship? I don't know.
Just better to approach, if you're a shorter guy, work on your body, approach women in person. There's some things you really can't help in life, man. That's one of them. I don't know, you deal with my own issues as far as dating, but I never have to worry about that, which is something completely different, you know what I mean? But hey, it's all about the confidence, man. At the end of the day, your mouthpiece, things like that. But let me know what you think about what she said. And before I get into that, I'm gonna play this little short clip before we get up out of here. Let's play it real quick and see what she's talking about on it.
I don't see this being a red flag. I feel like he went after what he wanted. Like, as a woman, when we're dating people, we're FBI agents. Like, before I even meet you, I know your mama name. I know your daddy name. I know where they from. I know where you went to school. I know your baby mama name. I know what the inside of your house look like because you...
Bro, that accent, bro, I love that shit, man. Your baby mama.
...in pictures. Like, we be literally stalking people to, get a little background from them. So because he did the same thing, that's a red flag. And it's really not even the same thing. It was very minuscule in comparison to what women be doing.
Minuscule. I know that's right. Minuscule. Go ahead, baby. Yeah. That's the first time. Usually women would say that's a red flag. And even as a man, I'd say that's...
Man, women would... a lot of women would change what's a red flag depending on who the guy is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or depending on how she feeling in the moment.
Weird for him to go,
because what can be a red flag for one dude, it can be cool for another dude.
All that just to find you and send you some stuff. Otherwise, he should have got the info from you if he wanted to send something to you. You know what I mean? And to see that it's cool. Don't ever surprise, even though you ask a woman, don't ever surprise a woman. Even though she appreciates it, she's still going to think you're a weirdo for the most part. So fellas, I'm just trying to tell you based off of all this, don't go out of your way above and beyond doing all these crazy things, because a lot of times it's not going to end up well. And this guy isn't really good with women from what it sounds like by him simping doing all this stuff. So let me know what you guys think, though. Comment.
See what y'all talking about in the comments, man. A chest tattoo, typical, costs anywhere from $250 to $200 to $2,500. If she stopped that foolishness, she can buy her own meals. Well, I think whoever made this comment missed the whole point of the video. Ma'am, go after your type and continue to get played. We don't care. What? If he was her type, all the other stuff he did would not have mattered. Saying he's short while he's taller than you is wild. Well, she said he lied about his height. And that's what she was more upset about. She wants free meal. She wants bad boy. What's wrong with y'all niggas, man? I bet that if he was her type, she wouldn't have had a problem with him not opening the door. Hey, man, y'all starting to sound like these bitter women in this comment section, bro. Y'all niggas starting to sound like a bunch of bitter-ass women in these comment sections. Guys, please stop this goofy behavior of taking a woman on dinner dates. They aren't looking for love. They just want to use you for TikTok content. You see how she went out on a date with a guy who's not even her type? They be wasting you guys' time and money. hey, it might be some truth to that. It might be some truth to that. But at the same time, he was a goofy on the date, bro. He was a goofy on the date. He got drunk. The nigga was swerving off the highway. And according to her story, he took no accountability. Now, we don't know his side of the story. We only heard her side of the story. But she seemed like a sensible enough girl. But two things can be true at the same time. Maybe she was fishing for some content. But look, man, y'all like the video. Like, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out. Bruh, you recording?
There's some real shit going on outside. And we in here talking about bullshit.